pressure. Every Tuesday, 10 to noon, we're holding.
And at this juncture, I say, welcome aboard.
Take a breath.
A mental health show.
We're here to read.
Entitled Take 5 with CJ and Jester.
Take 5, you're not alone. CJ and Jester bring you home.
As you always endeavor to edify you.
Okay, let's talk it out. Don't
on a topic of interest.
Mental health, it matters most. So come in close and raise a toast to the ones who fight each day, to the silent words they never say.
As you all know, mental health issue is a very, very serious thing these days.
Oh, take
it's not something you should be taken for granted.
Jester, talking
because there is a very, very thin line between sane and insane.
Tuesday, 10 to noon, we're holding space just for you. Take a breath, take your time. We're here to realign your mind. Take 5, you're not alone. CJ and Jester bring you home. We laugh, we cry, we share the.
All right, so we'll be looking to
just love and light. You've got a place right here to stay. So
invoke the Spirit of the Almighty on this morning's program.
5 with CJ and Jester, talking truth and lifting pressure. Every Tuesday, 10 to noon, we're holding space just for you. Take a breath, take your time. We're here to realign your mind.
Let me see if I can find Kenro. Well, I'm doing it the other way this morning. I am the one calling Kenro. Let's see if she will answer the telephone. Come on, Kenro. Come on. Come on. Henry's not picking up. Where is Martha? I just leave it ring out. Let's just see. She might be a bit slow in getting to the phone, which I'll understand. It don't seem that maybe Kenro is that is taken by surprise.
Take your time. We're here to realign your mind.
Well, there was no luck in finding Kenro on the line.
CJ and Jester bring you home.
All right, so let me just do the honors and acknowledge the Almighty Father. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you once again for rising us up this morning, God. Giving us that privilege to move around. And so, while we are privileged in doing so, those of us who can do so, we think about those that are confined to the beds, who are confined inside. We ask you to touch them in that very special way, Father in heaven, God. And as we come before you, for you to throw your blessings upon this morning's program, to guide our thoughts for the benefits of the nation, home and abroad. We ask this through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen and amen. Oh, yes. It's so good when you can relate to the Master.
Just for you.
I tell you, in this day and age, He is only the consoling factor.
Your mind.
You better believe that.
You're not alone.
try and link up with my girl on the other side. She is no other than CJ. CJ, where are you?
I'm here. Where are you?
I am right here. I
You
am
did.
right here. No
You
one
did
see
not you did not transition yourself. That's why you
no
can find
one.
me. There
And
you
you?
are. There you are. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Well, you looking nice this morning, you bed.
I always looking nice. Stop it.
Hold it there. I gave you the compliment, say thanks, and that's it. Let that be from me
No,
that
no, no.
always look
But
nice.
no, no, no. That is that the way you're gonna give me the
Yes.
is that in the manner in
That's
which
the way you are getting it. End of
oh,
story.
better you don't give me?
Well, take it as you see it.
Uh,
And you
what's
all
up there?
when you say I look nice and I give you I always nice, you telling me why this and that. I said to you, you look nice this morning, so just take
Yeah,
the
they tell me ask
preemptive
me
and
for
let me
bill.
thank you.
So why you
Why did
give
I ask you
me
that?
for bill?
Oh, I'm sorry. I am so very sorry.
Me not time with you, you know. Me don't have no time with you, you know, girl.
Well, you know.
Time with you.
You know how it goes in this, this, as you say, in this land of ours that we're living in. Anything goes, right?
Yes. So Claire, I did what you say and update the WhatsApp and we're back. Yeah,
We're
with the
back.
WhatsApp. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
See? I
Mm-hmm.
know technically from here I could control you from there.
Control me, no one's control just
Ah, I knew that was going to take a little something, You see, I get offensive or defensive all of a sudden. You
no,
know,
no, no.
it's
You
like you're
know,
refereeing and you throw a red card.
just from a very early age, just is always an independent minded thinker.
I never tell you you're
And
not.
let that sink. No one controls just just
Okay, all right. They just believe that. They're wrong to believe that.
so
Give your mic more volume. You're sounding a bit low on the
still,
uptake. You might be
still,
better now. I'll tell you if it's better when I get back another message. It is good mornings that's coming up, and you give it volume. Did you give it any volume?
yes, I did. I'm fine. I don't.
Okay, you sung better, or maybe you should bring it just a little closer to you, just a little, but don't put it that you can cover your face because I need to see a mugshot still, as everybody else.
Girl, you just real miserable, you know.
I know. I'm okay. So if it's closer, and then just go diving all over the place. Just stay stiff, like like they put you in a embalming thing. Just stay there. Your dances all over the place every now and again. So
Why
it
me
is.
head just in one area clear?
What's that?
And me get stiff neck or what?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you could go get a massage or go see the doctor, something. So it is. As you said, the 14th of July. And Kendra may not have been answering because tomorrow is a funeral, so she must be really, really busy. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what.
So
Yeah.
maybe she's away from her phone or she must be out of the house or something.
You know, I was reminded of the funeral this morning, you know, from the folks at the Real FM crew. Good morning to the folks at the Real FM, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My crew in there, man.
You have a career now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. And who are
Dugo,
there?
Dugo, Nabi, Kira, you know, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
They're my crew too.
They have me cracking up on a Tuesday morning.
I know, I know.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
especially Kira. She's
Oh,
on top of things like no tomorrow.
oh yes, man. So just
Yeah.
like to pick up the folks at Real FM once again, man. Yeah, enough
Yeah.
respect.
So let me start saying good morning. And yeah, I'm going to start with the Real FM crew. Good morning to you, Dugo, my dear son. I had a chat with him yesterday, and we have to have a serious talk, you and I. I'm not joking with you. Let me say good morning to
Go
Kira
on,
and
I
also to Nabi.
go on, Dugo.
Yes, yes. I find he detouring on my orders these days. So I gotta pull it. I'm gonna pull my string back and put him straight, straight, straight.
Hey, that is one man you're unable to control too.
I listen. I'm not controlling him. I'm just pulling my string. I never use the word control. No. Although I am labeled as a control freak, but I would not control him. Huh? Got it?
Dugo, you want determined guy. You watch him
Well,
trade.
yes, he's very determined and he's quiet, and you know the quiet ones you have to be afraid of, eh?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
That's my boy.
Yes, so I got this out of the way. The people at Real FM, the peeps at Real FM. Let me also say good morning to Jessel Grant. Hope all is well with you. Faith in Hallie Douglas, Bernadette Abraham, coffee in the morning. Good morning to Daphne Dayton family here in Toronto. Hill Street people, Caris, good morning to you. Good morning to the Glen family over there in the Boston Tea Party. Olavachi, Bonjourno, NP, Lorna Bain, out there right here in Toronto. Good morning to you. Chance the Gamer 97. Good morning to you also. Nicholas Snag, good to have you back. Kenro, good morning to Chester Bandy David, Pat Pear and the family. Good morning to William Pear, right here in Toronto. SBW, Buddy in the Lane, welcome back to Spice Country. Hope all is well with you. Royal Charles Alexander. Kathleen Ledlow, we haven't seen you for a minute. What's going on? Let us know. Antonia Francois, Gloria Francois, Antonia Dubois. And as I'm here there, Jester, let me extend my deepest condolences to the Dubois family. Aito lost his mom last week, and I know how hard it is when someone loses somebody that means the world to them. So from us here at Take Five, we say hang tight, and the days are going to get better, but it's going to get better real slow, real slow. Good morning to Ted Bushes, Justin Tupman and Wifey. Good morning to Wendy here in Toronto. Good morning to the university under the
Cashew tree.
yes. Carol Belfon, good morning. Shadi Belfon. Good morning to Nikki Sylvester. Good morning to the Elite Warriors. Just saying they say once you are a president, you're always a president.
Yes. Well, I
Okay.
know that's for sure in the US for sure.
So does
That's
that mean once you're a police officer and inspector, you're always an inspector, yeah?
well, yeah.
Okay.
And like one rule I know of the scout, being a part of the scout movement in my formative
Mm-hmm.
years, once a scout is always a scout.
There you go. So let me say a special morning to Inspector Panchu. Hope all is well with you. I've been thinking about you a whole lot, and yesterday I got a message that you're A-OK, and I should say good morning to you because you are listening and you listen to a program every Tuesday. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I don't know about his, but from the bottom of mine, talk to you soon. So I think I've come to the end of my good mornings, Jester.
Well, let me take the opportunity to say special good morning to my good bro, Gordon Bushes Richardson out there, Leslie Nicholas and his wife, Wayne Ted John. Well, I too have to big you up once again, and I had a chat with I too, the passing of
Mm-hmm.
mom, and yeah. So as a matter of fact, Claire, away on that, his mom body will be brought back to Grenada for the funeral. As a matter of fact, I just said she did everything a long time ago with
Of course,
Laquena.
that's why you have to do it. Yes, yes.
Had everything in place, so
Mm-hmm.
just give her her final wish. Yeah,
Yeah.
so but that is going to happen after the carnival, sometime after the carnival.
Okay, okay.
All right. Who else? Andy Moose Bartholomew, Mrs. Glean. I had a talk with a good lady just a couple of days ago as well. She's doing just fine out there in Boston. All right, back at home, Claire in Mahu. Yeah, I had a call from Claire. Celia and family out there in Hill Street. Good morning to you, Miss Gladys out there in Maddie's. Godchild, Michelle out there in Casale. Good morning to you. Trisha out there in St. David's. Good morning. Miss Patricia Bissessa. Good morning to you as well. All right. Thank you so very much for taking the time off. Sometimes, Claire, what happens is that they don't tune into the program while it's happening live, but they do go back
Mm-hmm.
later and
Yes.
follow. So we thank them for that as well. All right. So Justin
So,
Tootman. Yeah, he's here.
so let me
Yeah.
say this. I got a call this morning. I got lambast. So I didn't do it instantly, and I know he's stewing. But let me say, Justin, you got to back me up on a good morning to We Noise FM. Right there in New York City. Spice from 97.9. He said, you all forget about me. I said, no, we didn't forget about you, but we just put you on hiatus. So,
You know, Spicer.
so,
You
so
know,
a special morning to you and hope all is well with you. Where are you? Are you in TU or are you on the other side? Let me know.
Spice, man. Spice. Ram is a man would like to throw you words wrong.
He's showing you weight in words. But he's showing you weight in words. That's what he does. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's there, and he's doing us a great honor by putting our program on his radio station every Tuesday, which we're really really thankful for, so that we can get to more and more people. Yep.
Yes, girl.
So
So,
that's it. Is football done or you ain't done yet?
oh, football is at its final. Is at it. The curtain is slowly coming down by next
Mm.
week. Sunday. Is it next? No, this coming Sunday
Okay.
will
Okay.
be the final. Yeah, the first semi-final game is today. Let's see who it is so I can let the listeners know, Claire. You're also interested in football, but there are a lot of other people that are interested. France will be taking on Spain
Mm.
today from 3 o'clock, according to what I'm seeing here.
This Spain
Without
defeated Portugal, right? Is
um,
Portugal still in?
no,
Oh,
Portugal is out.
all right.
The
Okay.
semi-final matchup is France and Spain today, and tomorrow will be Argentina and England.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Argentina. Based on what I heard, just in passing by on my phone, that they wanted. I think they are going to ban the referee or suspend the referee from all FIFA games due to what took place in the match between Argentina and Egypt. I didn't see it, so I don't know but I know I went to. I
yeah,
was
yeah.
in one of the buildings of the street the other day, and the girl was saying, she said, it is so unfair what they did to us, to Egyptian people. I stopped look at football. I said, well, I never look, so I can't help you there. But something happened, and then they talked about that. So here's my question: Why is he the same referee that gave the red flag, the red card in New York or in the US, or another one?
I don't think it's the same referee.
So why
Nah.
didn't they ban the other one that gave the red card and had to
Well, you see, the one that gave the red card to the US player is not his fault. Remember that call came from somebody that
Yeah,
from
but he had to stick to his guns
yeah,
and
but
said,
not
no, I made the call and that's the call.
yeah, but
Simple
not
as
he.
that. You got to have
Remember,
principle.
no, the referee has nothing to do. The referee stood his ground. Is people like the president. Chum make the call to the president.
And they have to
At
make the
the time,
president go to maybe.
yeah, well, he had to go. He has to go. He's
this is
compromising the
this is a
sport.
bad precedence, really.
Yeah, 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 certainly.
Very bad.
Well, if based on what you said about that referee in the game against Egypt, because I looked at that game and that referee, it's he had about 13 calls, 13 fouls against Argentina. Not one of them got at least a yellow card. Claire.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that referee was very, very,
They
very
said it
lenient.
was very blatant.
Claire, it seems I have a call coming in.
Go right
So,
ahead.
good, good morning. You're live. Just to let you know. Good morning. Hello.
Mr. Jester, good
Hi.
morning.
Good morning.
I just said who that
Good
is.
morning.
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
sir.
Yeah, I know I live. I know I live. I stand across the road and the radio they are coach and I can hear myself.
Oh
Well,
God.
there's a lady there on the radio, on your co-host or host, whichever way she is being recognized.
Uh-huh.
I find you the system abuse, man. What happened?
Your father take too much.
We from
Your father take
we
too much
from
abuse.
Chantilly. Yeah. What happened? You see?
You see, I like confusion. You
You
see how you
see?
like confusion.
I know another fella that free that I can understand he free, but just a come on, man. But listen,
Hmm.
my question this morning right now, before I resume walking,
Yeah.
how was the World Cup red card play impact the mental health? Which one are you having mental health issue because of the red card? Which
No.
one are you having anxiety? Which one are you having anxiety? Eh?
You like confusion, I say. Confusion is your second name.
Uh, Claire, I can hear you, but I hear you very echoey and far.
Yeah,
You
because
sound
I'm
very, very
far.
distant
I don't know how to do
on
that.
the receiving end.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Therefore, oh yeah, I understand, the Orange Bandit, everybody around the world freak the Orange Bandit. Everybody pretty hard, but good. So
Oh God.
he put in that call to the to FIFA and caused the US the World Cup that last game.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true because they were very demoralized.
He interfered and the players that have been like that and get somebody will still on the main social media to say some of the players and they felt bad because it make them look as though the country cheating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like the US team reach out to the president, to assist
Mm-hmm.
them in cheating, because it is what it is. But hey, you know,
As you say,
uh,
hey, it is what it is. C'est la
I
vie.
just calling in to say good morning, and I'm listening as always. But
Thank
just
you so very much.
have a small concern, not major, just a small concern. You
Okay.
could take into
Go right
I
through.
already raised it with the one on the other side of the pond,
Okay.
on the coast pond.
Oh
I
hush.
have complaints coming in on our end, from our avid listeners. Is like the people on mental health Tuesdays forget about us. We doesn't get no shout out no more. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
oh
So I'm
yeah.
just sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
As you as you as you start to make the introduction this morning, I get two WhatsApp messages.
Right.
Help,
But
help,
but uh,
one person
but you know what?
one
I won't let her take the blows for herself. I'll take some of it with her.
you think so? I
Yeah,
use
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
What's
yeah.
that?
I'll take some of it with her.
You you's a better man than me, man. When I grow up, I
Yeah.
got to be like you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
ain't taking no last from I ain't taking last from nobody. Hey guys, have a good show.
You take
Yeah.
care. Thank you.
Happy safe, man.
Thanks
All
a
right.
All
lot.
Bye
right.
bye.
Thanks a lot for locking it
No
in, man.
problem.
Yeah, man. Great, man.
No problem.
All right. Bye.
All right.
Oh my
You
gosh.
see
Yeah.
how you like confusion, Jester? You see how you like confusion?
Oh my gosh. But
Shanti Melly come out in truth.
yeah, what I appreciate is that he made that first call, so we know that our WhatsApp is on point this morning.
Good, good. Yeah,
Very
yeah.
much appreciative of. Yeah.
So I don't know if Carl Belfon heard me when I said good morning to her earlier, but good morning to you again, Carl Belfon. Let me tell you, thank you so much. We have some very ardent listeners and so on Take Five, and Lorna Bain and Chance the Game and now Carl Belfon. And it has more Kathleen Ledlow and the rest of them that checks in. And over in New York during the Big Apple, the one that just called and blast us there. He listens all the time too. And we have Ito. And I know Ito is busy this morning. But let me also say good morning to Jay Wanda, Leslie Nicholas, as you say, because they always listen and pipe in when they can, and we really and truly do appreciate that. So here we go.
Oh yes. Claire, I'm not seeing us together. I mean, I know on the transition side where people would see me, but like how two of us we should be on the screen together, I'm not seeing that at the moment. So I
Okay,
don't know.
let me see. I think what happened. Okay, let me see now. Are you seeing me now?
No, I'm not seeing you, girl.
Well, they already saw my beautiful mugshot this morning. So let's see if we can get it fixed. Are we back?
No, 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 no,
Do
no.
go. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I can go. But go ahead. Let me
I
see.
see. Right. I say
Okay,
you and I back together again.
is
But
that
not
right? Please stop. Please, I'm begging. I don't normally beg, but I'm begging. Don't.
you know I can you know I could do a little stop.
Mm-mm. You want to
And you
sing just like Jesse James?
you do you're very what to say, Claire, you why is that your truth?
That's what I could sing.
I don't know to make me
We could say whatever you want. It
Oh
is. It is
god.
a beautiful morning today. Just
Oh
to let me
yes.
tell you, this morning I have to go to get a procedure done tomorrow. Not any with knife or anything, and I cannot eat anything today. I could only go drinking fluids and all. So I'm going to be in a very bad mood for after this program because I'm going to be really hungry and
Yeah.
I can't eat. So
Hungry man is an angry man.
no, no, and I'm not going to be angry. I said I'm going to be, you know. And I never use the word angry. Angry, no. So, so we can start our program. First, let me ask you a question, Jester. If you own a business, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and you're going to reach your business all along by yourself doing your thing, and then I come into your life as a spouse, a significant other, not married or anything, but I am into your life. And just a few months after we are there, I come to you and I say, Justin, it would be a good thing for you to add me to your business. Do you think that I should do it after that short few months?
Claire, the thing is, right? It's kind of hard to stay here so and make that kind of decision because you never know because this whole thing would be as a matter of trust. You don't know how you feel that you have that kind of trust in the person of wanting to take that kind of risk because it's a kind of risk in a sense that you just
Mm.
never know how things may turn out to be. Um, I don't know that might be answerable based on the type of individual you come across. I don't know, and maybe the input how probably you might see how she's putting out towards it. Is she contributing to it from her own as well? And
Or he.
yeah, he or she.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know. That might be a difficult thing, but to safeguard oneself,
Mm-hmm.
let me add that to safeguard one's self, it may be best not to.
Okay.
That's for
Okay.
sure.
Because sometimes we come across as lovey-doveys when we want what we want, right? And then when we get what we want, the other side of us comes out. So
Yeah,
I'm happy that you said you don't know how that person is, if you can trust them or not. And mentally, people may say, well, they're doing a mental health program. Why do they come up with programs like that? But all these things that we come up with affects us every day in our lives, mentally, physically, emotionally. So that's why today we are going to be talking about how can one protect their business from being taken over by a spouse. And we see that happen. And let me tell you, I did not come up with this by myself. As you know, we always ask people to tell us what they want us to discuss, if they feel like that something they want to talk about. And this is something that came across me for for us to talk about, because they are going through they have their business, and then a gentleman came into her life, and all of a sudden he wants to get himself in the middle of it. And she saw the red flags and she said, no, 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 that's not happening. So there's a group of women that went through that same scenario, and they said, let's talk about it, to warn others, or the women as well as men, because women does it too, eh?
yeah,
So we want women as well as men to be on the down low when it comes to that. Do not let anybody come to your thing and tell you, add my name to it, or let me join, or let's become partners, unless you do the things that we're going to be talking about today. So here we go. Starting a business and getting married are two major life events that nobody anticipates to fail. Because when you get married and you lovey-dovey and you love your husband and you love your wife, or you love the person that you're going to get married to, you don't think anything about failure until later on down in life, the things start happening and you start questioning whether you want to be in this relationship or not.
that's
But
true.
divorce or
That's true.
separation can happen to anyone, and it can threaten the survival of your business. To prevent this, it is essential to plan ahead and take steps to protect it. So, if you own a business before getting married, you can consider seeking a prenuptial agreement that clearly defines the business as your separate property. So, that's one way you can do it, right? It can help you designate the difference between non-marital assets that will not transfer interest between both parties, example, vehicles owned before marriage, business, etc., and marital assets that both parties will now share, that is, house, retirement accounts, etc. Placing your assets in a trust also provides some protection, but keep in mind that your spouse may still be entitled to a portion of the assets accumulated during your marriage. So, if you if you if you're in a relationship and you decide that you want to, the other person, the spouse wants to be part or be partnership in partnership with you in your business, there are ways that you can protect your business and yourself before he joins it. Because as the law states, Jester, and I want everybody to hear this, if I have business, a business or a home or whatever it is before we get married, that has nothing to do with you, eh? Because you met me with those things and I met you with those things, yeah? But if we're when we come together, whether it's common law, married, or whatever it is, and we do things together, this now becomes partnership. So whatever happens down the road, if something happens down the road, that has to go to Splitsville, right? 50-50 or whatever it is, or whoever makes the more money will pay out more money in the alimony.
Don't say 50-50 because you know all of us come out at 60 or 40 or 70-30.
50-50 or what? Um, I don't know what you're talking about,
You know
honestly.
too much.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Because if you are a Mr. Mom, as I say, if you are a Mr. Mom, you look after the children, you do everything what you ought to do, then you will get the majority of what we are talking about right now. Because you are the one that takes care of the children, the home, the whatever it is. And when you meet somebody with their business, we have to remember that. When we meet someone with their business, do not eyes it or eye it and say, I am out to get this. Because you weren't there when that business started, or when they bought their home, or when they bought the car, as it says. There are things that just out of way. You cannot get it. It's not yours. It's mine. That's what we have to remember. So anything that comes after that between you and I, that's where we go Splitsville. Whether it's 70-30, 50-50, 60-40, as you say, Jester, I don't know. I've never gone to Splitsville to share anything, so I don't know. So if you know, explain to us.
No, but you know, usually in divorce, the the woman always come out to be better off.
Not necessarily.
Most of the times, Claire, out of 10, maybe 6 or 7.
Because
You
we
know,
are more we are more frugal. We do things differently. We take care of the home, we take care of the children, we take care of everything. So if I am the one that is the one that taking doing all these things, why wouldn't I get it at the end of the divorce? Because you were not present.
cleanliness is always on your side.
Says who?
Says who?
Uh-huh.
Maybe the judge and the magistrate and
Well,
them,
the
and
judge and the magistrate have sense.
Oh God. Clever. But let me don't make ice with that because you know, generally speaking, that the woman always tend to come better off in the splits and them from divorce where the wealth is concerned than the
Mhm.
man will.
So if there is no wealth, let's put if there's nothing, what happens?
But if there is nothing, there is no you can't take nothing away from nothing.
Oh yeah, that is true. But if I have the house, the car, and the whatever the business before, tell me that somebody's not going to come after me, even though they know I had it before they came into the relationship. People are devious.
Yeah, but what if it's a situation? Okay, you may have had the car before. Yes, I do agree. But while having the car,
Uh huh.
the your spouse or your husband or whoever, he have been part of the maintenance of the car.
Says who?
What you mean says who? When you say says who, what you mean?
Well, so if
That 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 does happen at times. That does happen at times.
so if you put gas in the car, you have to get half of the car.
No, you mean no, not on one occasion he put gas. But what if some one time for tire, one time for
But
servicing,
he rides in it. He
all them
rides
things.
in it. He rides in it, and sometimes he gets to drive it, or she gets to drive it, or she rides in it. Both parties. So, but that doesn't mean that he has to get half of it because he met me with the car.
Claire, let's not be so narrow-minded because if you're talking about the ride in it, the man could it will cost him far cheaper sometimes if you want to get to point B by just taking the bus.
Sometimes the bus don't pass in the area where you live. The bus don't pass in the suburbs.
Let me move on, please. No, no, but on a serious note, let me not take that for granted. The person might have met you with the car. Yes, it's true, but they involve quite a lot of the financial resources into the maintenance of the vehicle.
True, true.
Claire,
But
you there?
yeah, I'm here. Hold on. I'm right here.
Yeah, I've lost you on the screen again.
I am here. So now Jesse might be taking part in the maintenance of the vehicle, as we said. Let's not get into it. But when he came, he met me with the vehicle with my name, Claire Joseph, on it, not just the Noel. And Claire Joseph, it's me alone. So you cannot come and fight me at the end because there's nothing left to come again and get it because you want to drive. That's making that clear. So, what happens to my business after a divorce? So, if it all depends on how you plan, a prenuptial agreement can state that your business remains your separate property, but it is not a hardline rule that a judge must follow. Factors such as your children and their needs will be considered in deciding how much of the joint assets, including business ownership, should be awarded to each spouse during a divorce. Considering alternate strategies is imperative to protecting your business and all you have built. So you see, Jester, we talk about the car. Just 1 second. Something is making a lot of noise by me here that I
And
got
the
to
next thing,
fix.
the same thing happens again. You are not side by side on the screen again.
All that. I got to fix this. Okay, so let's see if we're going to be side by side. Are we side by side again?
I'm seeing, yeah, but the lowdown is not like um the image is not as how it was. Like it's
Okay,
yeah.
let me see. Side by side. Are we good now?
No, girl.
Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on with my image this morning, but you can hear me, yes?
When you say when you ask it earlier, on, we will minimize.
Oh,
It blocks.
minimize.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Are we maximized now?
No, no, no. I don't see you. We are not there at all.
Okay. Are you there now?
No, not that's how we go. So I don't know. Our technician will have to check it out.
Okay. So let's continue. Along the way, it will get fixed.
All right.
So, so just so you see, it says that the judge does not have to follow necessarily the rule where the car or the business is going to be mine totally. It says it depends on the plan that you had. Factors such as children and their needs will also be considered during during that. You said that a woman always end up with getting
Which,
more,
yeah.
and that is because of the children and their needs. So if I am the one that is taking care of that child all the time, then, you know, Carl says we are good on her TV. So that means we are okay. That's fine. Yeah. Thank you so much, Carl. So if I'm the one that's taking care of the children and doing everything, so they're going to consider that in the divorce to say, well, she's doing all of that. So then you would not get as much. She'll get the house. Let's put it. She'll get the house because the children has to get somewhere to live. Yes.
I agree.
Okay. So that's it. So it does not mean that you wouldn't get anything per se, but I would get maybe the majority of it because of what? If there's no children, then there's a different scenario totally. You understand? And sometimes just when it gets so bad, we may have to sell the property or sell the business or whatever because none of us bending. It's my business, and you're saying it's my business also because I put into that business. So we may have to sell that business to to settle things. And I think that is unfair. because you met me with it. You may put two shells in it when you come into the relationship with me, but you're going to want to claim that two shells plus the other half of what it is. So we have to be very careful when we go into business, into relationship where you own your stuff or where you're planning to do things together. Because a lot of people come into relationships because they can see what they can get from it and not really to make it work together.
Okay, do you think that they should really review the laws pertaining to divorce and everything like that? Because some people, as a result of divorce, especially the men, lives have become very miserable after, you know.
Say that again.
No, I'm asking, don't you think they should probably review everything surrounding the laws pertaining to divorce and everything like that? Because there are some people, right, lives that become very miserable after divorce, and they were very much involved and they were living comfortable at one time based on the sacrifice they made in their life and invested, right?
Mm-hmm.
And after that divorce, their lives have become very miserable.
But I
Some,
don't think I
in
don't.
some instances ended up on the street. Yeah, men, you know, things
But
turn around for the worse for them based on they were living a very comfortable life at one time.
But comfortable how? Were you living comfortable in the relation, in the marriage, or so without contributing to it, and you are living comfortable as you say? Oh, because I look at it this way: if you're in a marriage or in a relationship and you're contributing towards that to build it, you in a divorce you should not be going on the street or anything. It's just that you did not make how do I put it? You did not make your thing right for you, because there are people that are in relationship or married and they do not contribute anything at all to that marriage. It's only the one person that is doing it right through, and sometimes that one person get upset and say, I had enough. I'm gonna go. I want to go my own way. You did not do anything for yourself, Jester. I didn't do anything for myself. And hence the reason why you may end up on the street or end up wherever without nothing, because you didn't put anything into it.
But
So to
I am,
review, okay, so to review the divorce thing, as you're saying, I don't think the judge and the magistrate and so just hand me what it is that they hand me at the end of the divorce, or hand him what they hand him at the end of the divorce. No, they sit, they look, they get all the facts together, all the ducks in a row, and make the decision after. So
but
let me ask you, what laws do you think that they should implement besides those that we already have in reference to what you're saying?
I don't know. I just find sometimes it does turn out to be very unfair to the men. And in a lot of instances, the man would have been the one that would have contributed far more than the woman in a lot of instances.
That's
But
your
yet,
opinion, right?
no, 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 no. That is not no opinion. And maybe other we may have we hope we'll get callers to call in this morning who know of certain situation. Maybe they may have a brother or sister's experience. Um, maybe they themselves might have go through certain things, and they might able to clarify some because those things are very painful thing, and I know it's been very painful for a lot of men.
And women.
I am not saying that women don't get a share of the pain as well. That's not what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. I believe I think they probably could review the laws so that it could make it much more comfortable after the divorce for the both parties rather than one benefiting far more and the other is getting almost little or nothing. That's just my whole thing.
So you're saying, I understand exactly what you're saying, eh? Don't get me wrong. I understand what you're saying. But again, I keep saying, if that person did not make his way right, or she did not make herself her way right, how are you going to get things that you do not have? because there are a lot of people just that are in relationship, that are married and everything like that, and nothing, they do not do anything in to contribute towards that marriage. So that if I'm someone that keeps receipts of everything that was bought during our relationship in that marriage, right? I keep receipts. What I buy. If you don't keep receipts of what you buy, it's up to you, because the judge normally asks for proof of what that person did. So if I come and I say, okay, we had a business, the business cost $380,000, right? And I say, okay, this is what it is. This is my portion of that business. And the other portion was his or hers. And then lower down the road, you buy a TV, you buy a this, you buy a that, you buy things to bring the business up and so on. Now you have to be able to keep your receipts or whatever, a record of what you did. So if it comes down to divorce and we go to the court of law, you can present what it is that you bought. And word of mouth means nothing in the court, Jester. You got to have proof. So even though they change the law, whoever is going through the divorce or whatever the separation is, they have to know what it is that they're presenting. And that's why a lot of us sometimes end up with nothing, because we have nothing to show for what it is that you see we put. They will tell you, oh, if you ever look at courts with divorce courts and all this kind of thing, look at Judge Judy. I learned a lot from watching these things, because they will come, oh, well, I didn't check how much money I paid to do this, or I didn't do this and I didn't that. Then how do you expect me as a judge to award you half of what it is that you do? Answer that for me.
Clear. Well, listen, I understand what you're saying. I'm not disputing what you're saying at all. I understand what you're saying.
So let me ask you something. What should the law that you think that is cheating, what should they stipulate into that law?
Well, I don't know. They didn't to review. I don't know. I don't know the whole thing. The luminaries, right? They need
Mhm.
to. I find my whole thing is that it's just that I believe a lot of men after divorce, the blow they usually get just be too far and not hard for them. Too much. As a matter of fact, I know of some men that living by themselves, have their own house, has they have the vehicle, and marriage is a feared subject for them.
Well,
At
they
that
may,
stage in their life, they would never.
well, the thing is, to each
You
his
see,
own, eh? And
and
everybody knows what they've been through before. That's why they don't want to get married. There is no wrong there. It's a choice you make, and it's a decision you make for yourself. If you're living for yourself and everything is fine, everything is fine. You don't want to get married, you don't want to get married.
why
But
do you think it's like that?
I said they
It's,
may have gone through something and they
no,
realize that, I don't want to go through this or something like that, so I'm going to stay by myself.
no, they may not go through anything, but they're on the outside and they are looking at what went on before, the experiences that people had before and how they ended up, so they wouldn't venture into. That's
Okay.
the whole thing, you know.
So here's a comment. Once it's done, after marriage, it does not matter who bought what. It is marital property and should be half half.
I may
Okay,
really
that's a
agree
point.
with that though.
I will agree that if it is marital property, but the thing is, if I still state that if you meet me with what I have before, then you do not get half of it. That's the law says that,
No,
because
no,
you
no.
met me with whatever it is. But
Clear with
anything
that.
after that,
Hold on. I want to be clear with that. Can you read that comment again? Read the comment again. Let me hear.
it says once it's done after marriage, it does not matter who bought what. It is marital property and should be half half. And another comment says arrangements have to be made before the marriage to keep what you have before marriage. So that's where the prenup comes in.
Okay.
That's where
So,
prenup comes in. So what the comment is saying, that whether you meet me with my business or you meet me with my business, what if I didn't make any arrangement to keep my business by myself, then you're gonna get half of it. But when I listen to quotes and so on in the past, and so it says that if you met the person with whatever you met them with, you cannot lay claim to it. So maybe they made the change for you just already and you didn't know.
Well, it will be a good change. But the thing is, the next thing is that right when you're getting into a relationship, and as they say, love is blind. So you into that relationship, and you're not going to think about, well, why, you would not have no thoughts of divorce and
Right.
breakup and everything.
Hmm.
That would not be part.
As we stated from the top.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So don't you think now, if you have to focus on what, I did in a relationship with him, but me, let me safeguard myself and my property, and don't you
Hmm.
think it will just take away from the real love that's supposed to be there?
But then again, if you start seeing signs of what that person is omitting out there or putting out there, you will get a little bit on the tail and say, well, no, she's behaving in that kind of way and he's behaving in that kind of. So let's put it that way. We are in a relationship, we're married and all that, and your sister come to my house and I start treating your sister, well, this is my house and this is whatever, you cannot come here. On the other side, my brother comes and you treat them the same way. So isn't that a bit of a red flag to say, well, we just get married and stuff like that, and he or she's acting that way, so let me protect whatever, because if he ever ends up with whatever it is or something happened to me, there nobody's going to get anything and he's going to just take it all or she's going to take it all, because you already started laying claim. So it does not just happen like that, Jester, because no one goes into a marriage or into a relationship for it to fail.
Of course not.
Somewhere along the line, things start happening, and things that you did not see when you were falling in love in the beginning, you start seeing them now. And when you start seeing it now and it start becoming red flag, then you start making different arrangement. You had no intention to do that in the beginning, but as things are going on, you start seeing the difference in the person, and then you start saying, let me protect what I have and protect myself. And I think a lot of men, you say, that kind of go off when they lose their relationship or they lose whatever. I don't think it's about the material things much, Jester. It's about the person that they lost. I don't think it's about the house and the car and the thing. It's about the person that they were living with and what the person used to do for them, and they cannot get it done anymore. Is what caused the biggest heartache, I think. Because I listen to men speak. I talk about it. I hear things, and it's not about the things that she get the house. They don't. I don't even most of them, I don't even care about the house. I don't even care about the car. It's just that I thought that we had that special relationship, or we had this, and it's done. So it's about the emotional thing that it goes through. It's not about the material most times. I don't know
You
if
see,
you guess what I'm understand what I'm saying.
I don't say in most times, but sometimes I believe it's about the material things too, because the material things sometimes is what will give you a comfortable life, and you're no longer able to live that kind of quality life in such a way again because of what went on.
Okay, so let me ask you this. You have a home and you have all your material things inside your couch, your chair, your whatever, your stove, your this. Are you happy with it inside of just you and it? That sounds a question.
Yes, I could be happy with it inside of there.
Is
Because
it
let
com-
me tell you something.
Okay,
Let me
okay,
tell you
okay, okay,
something.
okay. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. Depending on how the relationship ended, you probably would not even self miss that person. But as a matter of fact, you might even vex you was ever involved with that person. What's wrong with you?
Okay, all right. But here are the material things coming up. I used to sit on that chair every day. You watching the chair, but I know because thing you throwing it out. You getting a new bed. You getting a new this, and you getting a new. So it wasn't really the material thing. It is the person, and I keep saying it's the person that you miss. Good morning, my dear friend Hilarion Gonput. Hope all is well. It is not about, because most times, just they don't cry about the things that they lost in the house. It's the person that they lost. And sometimes they could be saying, "Oh, I'm so upset. I'm upset that he stayed that long, or such he stayed that long." But in the back of your head, this is how you try to console yourself by saying that this is not that's not really what you mean.
Some might miss the person are agreeing with you. Some might miss the person are agreeing with you totally on that. And in some other cases again, you're not missing that person depending on how they come together.
Guys, here a comment.
Telling you straight up.
Listen, married, young, and do not and not divorce. If you need to divorce, pray for the spouse to die. Is that
What married young what I think you got again for I think married married what?
oh, married young and do not divorce. If you need to divorce, pray for your spouse to die. Isn't that kind of committing murder in your mind?
No, I kinda interpreting the last part the person saying because if what the person trying to say in my interpretation, the pain that would be there if that person does not die, that you have to go through the divorce, it will be real problems. So they are saying better pray for the person to die for it to end for the marriage to end in such a way.
But even though the
That's
person
what I
died,
interpret.
you have your conscience to live with still on what causes the person to die. You pray
No,
for that person, the person dead, and then you say, "Oh my gosh, I pray for him or her to die and they die." And you're feeling bad regardless of what it is.
no,
So Doodle
at
say,
the same
"I
time,
cry."
you don't want to take your life. No, not
No,
about if you die naturally. Die. But
if they die naturally, yes.
yeah. Why the person say married young and don't, but you just never know. It's human beings, and for certain reasons, human beings just change after a while for whatever reason. You know, you just never know.
Well,
Some
this is
marriage work, but some it don't work.
yes. So we're talking about protecting yourself and your business if a spouse come in and want to take it over from you. But Jester, you know to yourself that there are people that owns a business, right? And there's somebody come into their life and they say, you know what, we could really work together to make this thing work. There's no wrong in that, right? Because you look at it as a genuine person. Okay, the person come and they inject a certain amount of money into that business because we promise to make it better. We can work together. Yeah.
All
And
right.
when the business really start taking off, you tell yourself, you know what? Turn over the business wholly to me because I could do a better job of managing than you do. So tell me, is that right? Because now you're starting to see, well, he didn't just come to the business or she didn't just come to the business to help the business grow. You want the business already established and you inject some money into it and now you want it all to yourself. And this is what we are talking about today. How to protect yourself from a spouse that wants to take over your business from you.
Yeah, yeah, that can be right.
No, it cannot be right, but it happens a lot. And they do underhand things. They write, put send checks to different places. What they call it, they have shell accounts that you do not know about. Money
Yeah.
goes from the account, you do not know what happened to it. You just see money going and telling you, oh, don't worry about it. It's all going towards the business. And by the time you catch yourself, it's too late. You do not have a business and you do not have a spouse.
Well, Claire, the thing about it, the way I'm looking at it, if you have an investment and somebody comes along, you have to be on top of your game and make sure that you monitor what is happening so that
Yes.
any red flag you're ready to pull it down.
You see, just that some of us are so intelligent that we have two books. We have the one that you want me to see that both of us are looking at. And then you have the secret book that I have no idea what's going on, especially if you're business savvy. So me start a business and I've never owned a business before and I'm trying to make things work. And it's to a point it is working because I'm seeing a little bit of profit. And you come to me and you said, you know what? We have that relationship. And so you come into the relationship and now I'm starting to question, did you come to the relationship because it's of me or because you see what it is that I have and you see potential? So in a way, my business is already established because people know CJ have a business, right? He comes into the business with CJ, and then he injects a certain amount of money so that he knows that that alone, that money that he puts there, could take the business further. But not me not knowing that this is your aim. And from the get go, you start doing two different books. The one that I see, and you see where the profit comes in, the things in the store selling, the whatever business is doing. But you have another book and I don't know anything about it. So we have to really question ourselves when people come to us with the good news or the love and it, and you fall in love because you feel that, okay, he's doing good and we're going to do good together. And by the time you catch yourself, you have nothing left. So let me really have your name because they're changing name of your business on you and you don't know.
What?
Yes. Let me tell you, Jester, there's some very, 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 very good people outside there, in a bad way. So let's continue. It says strategies for protecting your business ownership in divorce. Sometimes divorce are amicable enough that both parties can carry on a civil relationship after the marriage is over. If this applies to you and you own a business with your spouse, you can continue operating the enterprise after divorce, which is a good thing because it's amicable. There's no war in there. The divorce ends, yes, but we can still continue the business without nobody trying to rob each other. Okay? If you cannot maintain a professional relationship, you may have to sell the business unless you have a buy sell agreement already in place. The following provides an overview of potential strategies for protecting your business ownership in the event of a divorce. And here it goes. Establish sole ownership. And that's something that the person said before. If you do not establish that early, after the marriage, it's 50-50. So let's see. It says, nothing is wrong with your wife getting half of your worldly goods. A man should love his wife as he loves himself. A woman do not need to love her husband. She needs to respect him. The man should understand that and be able to manage his marriage. The majority of us are very poor and worst off when we get divorced. That's the point I was trying to make earlier. I didn't use the word poor because I didn't realize the word poor will come into that. But like I said, if you're in a marriage and you're not giving anything, you're not providing anything to that marriage while it's there, and only one person doing it, and the divorce takes place, and you end up on the street, it's not my fault. It's your fault because you did not pull your weight. You did not come to the table with anything. And even while you are there, you still did not do anything. You live in comfortable zone, knowing that he's providing everything that I need and she's providing everything that I need. But you're messing up on the other hand.
But let me. You read something there a while ago.
Mhm.
A man should love his wife, but
As he loves himself.
the woman should respect her husband. So she
A
got to love.
woman, this says, the person said, Mr. Pierre, okay? A woman do not need to love her husband. She needs to respect him. And this always comes up, the respect and the respect and the respect. But I always say the man also need to respect his wife for you to get respect coming back
So
to you.
in the eyes of that the person that made that comment, respect replaces love.
Yes, that's not what it is. Because isn't it something that you all men talk about? Oh, she does not respect me. When something happened, oh, he did not respect me, or she didn't respect me. It's all about the respect and not about the love. So you could say you love him from now until the call come home. It doesn't make a difference.
Love
It's
and respect.
respect.
Both is good for me. Both
Well,
love
for
and
you, not everybody.
love and respect. Ah,
Hmm. So yes, so we talk about here establishing sole ownership. When you establish a business, you can add provisions to your organizing documents that clearly state that you are the sole owner and that the business cannot be transferred in the event of a divorce. This helps ensure that you are the only one with legal ownership and control over the business, and your spouse has no legal claim to it in the event of a divorce. So that's something just that I'm learning now too, that you have to establish that this is yours and yours alone. There is a comment that says both has to display love and respect, which is what you're saying, and I firmly believe in that,
Well, of course.
right? So, Jester, you have to establish in the beginning of your business that it is yours and yours alone. You have to go to lawyers and all that, spend some money to get that in writing, so that when you divorce, or if you divorce, then you have no claims over that, right?
No
Then you can,
dispute.
no dispute. It says using a buy sell agreement. To safeguard your business ownership in the event of a divorce, you can establish a buy sell agreement in your organizing document. If you co own the business with others, including your spouse, this agreement can restrict your spouse's capacity to acquire the business. It can also eliminate their voting rights and grant you or your partners the option to purchase the business at a predetermined reduced price. So you can sell it. He cannot take it away from you because you did a, a buy sell agreement. So if he wants to buy it, he can buy it. If he wants to sell it, you can sell it, but he cannot own it outright to say it's his. So you see, these are a lot of things that we do not know about when we go into business with people. You become a partner with a person, you have to know all of these things. All, not some. Because you might end up holding the short end of the stick,
Yep. Mm.
right? You can use a trust also, using a trust. You can also place your business in a trust, which technically means that the trust owns the business, not you. I like that part. This can potentially keep the business from being counted as a marital asset, but you need to be cognizant of how the state in which you reside treats trust when it comes to divorce. To help with this, consult an estate planning attorney familiar with your state's divorce law before making any decision. Also, placing your business in trust may have other implications such as tax consequences. So it's important to consider all factors before deciding to proceed with this strategy. So you could put something in trust. Like you see, they put a fund in trust or put some trust to put money somewhere so that in the divorce you cannot get it because it's in trust to someone. But it is saying that you have to be careful how you do this because according to what state you live in, they can override that. And in the United States, each state has a different law of how things work. So what might work in Brooklyn may not work in Los Angeles, it may not work in Connecticut, it may not work in different places. So this is how it says. So you have to seek a lawyer's advice before you make that decision.
And that was the point I was trying to make here now. For a topic like that, I believe we should have had an expert along with us to clarify a lot of things in our situation in the laws governing Grenada.
Well, in Grenada, we did something like that. We touched on that a bit. In Grenada, if I am you and I are married, and don't give me no hardship there because you sitting in front of me here. If you and I are married, and you passed away or I passed away, it is not doesn't necessarily mean that you get 100% of what I have, or what it is. They give you 50% straight up front. And if you have children, then it goes to the children that you have. If there are no children, it goes to the next person, the next of kin. And if there's no next of kin or anything, guess where it goes back to?
The government.
Exactly. It goes back to the state. So this law is in Grenada. I read it up and I said, I'm like, that is not fair because most people think that when someone they love or someone that does pass away, whatever it is that the person has, you get 100% of it. Nah, it's not working like that. And not only in Grenada, in a lot of states, it is not working like that. So that's why a will is very important when you're alive and you have what, as they say, you have things, you have assets. You got to make a will and stipulate in that will what it is that you want when you reaches your demise. Otherwise, it's a crapshoot. Anything could happen.
Yeah. Claire, we have a call coming
Go
in.
ahead. Yeah. Mhm.
Good morning and welcome to the program. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Good morning and
Morning
welcome.
again.
You,
See again.
yeah.
3 points. 3 points is on the topic. One, the issues of a business or asset. It doesn't only have to do with they could do assets, property. Um, as Anthony rightfully said, every state in the U.S. has different laws. The state laws. The state laws are different from federal laws. The federal government cannot interfere with state law. Well, that was the premise understanding up until this president because he's trying to get involved in everything and all things. Um, so it is very important and it's very imperative to have an understanding when it comes to trust and the trust laws. Now, secondly, in the context of relationship, marriage, whatever, a lot of people rightfully, and it's their right, feel it is very imperative and more comfortable for them to just to be in a relationship and not to be married anymore. For a wide various numbers of reasons, and they are right in their standing. Right? Can't judge people for what a person been through, what they have experienced. Some people might have been married, but had such bad experiences within past relationship, they decide they're not getting married because of that experience, right?
Yeah.
But in a matter of marriage, some people come together, and one thing that brings people together is interests and what people call um, we share the same values and the sense of goals. We have the same interests, and those that attract people to each other, right? And, one to my own business, I would like to do this, own my own house, and all of these things people aspire to do. Now, in a relationship, I've heard of professionals speak on that in the past. Do they always advise that you come together and you what they call a document of understanding. So we're doing this together. We're doing this. We put in either I put in 60, 70%, you put in the balance. Whatever the contribution is that you will be making. The document of understanding means that in the event the relationship or the marriage does not work, split the asset. How does the asset get shared up? You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's very, very important for people to understand those things into the word. Claire made a point that she don't think anybody goes into a marriage expecting them to feel. And that's true to a point. But some people go in a marriage because they see what the person has, what their assets are, what they value, and they work. And they figure they could get a quick payday. So they go get married.
Calls are dropping.
Yeah. The internet is acting.
We don't go nowhere no more. A wide variety of reasons people do find to want to exit a marriage or, a lot of times. So you have to have rules in the sense of a prenuptial agreement set aside to protect what you have or what you share in or what you own together. I know this is what but I can't be give someone else the opportunity to call and for you guys to continue on with your program. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Thank you.
Austin, Brooklyn.
Thank you so very much.
I do my morning task from 5:30. I will come inside now, take me a shower, grab some to eat, catch a rest, and go back out around 4 o'clock and resume the task of the day. Folks, have a great one. And as I said, nothing in life is promised. Nothing in life is guaranteed. And we know people today, and in a blink of an eye, time, um, time goes on, and people change. That is what has fall back and hunt a lot of open relationships. They forget the fact that people do change. People change for the better, people change for the worse. Sometimes a person is changing and you changing with them. You don't see the value in the changes. You don't see the value in the growth. So you come like an anchor around the neck now. You holding them back. Some
Mm.
people will go and just go along with it. Some people will say, you know what? The hell with you. I got to achieve my goals. I want to attain higher. You got to go. And
Mm.
to me, my point to this is everybody have a right to make the decision where they see to the benefit of their life and their future. And I'm out. Bye,
Thank
something.
you.
Ciao.
Thank you so
You
very
know,
much for your contribution.
We noise.
Lovely.
Yeah, he made some valid points there.
Very, very,
People do
very valid.
change. Hmm?
Yeah, certainly, certainly.
Yeah, people do change. And sometimes we see the changes right before our very eyes, and we look at it as, well, he's going through a hard time or she's going through a hard time, not knowing or not paying close attention to the changes that are taking place until it's a bit too late. So that is it. And as it says, people go through relationship and marriage for different reasons. Like a lot
Yeah.
of people go through marriage because they want to get their stay in a country, and as soon as they get it and they establish themselves, they say bye bye, they're gone. You understand? So people change, people do things for different reasons, and that is not a reason to do these things for, because somewhere along the line, as they say, karma is a beautiful individual that creates havoc. It comes back to you, big,
Yes.
big, big time.
Some people go into a marriage because of maybe the status of the person and they
Mm-hmm.
feel comfortable because they
I
married
can,
to
yeah,
the
mm-hmm,
principal of that
yeah.
school. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Or if
When they see me, call me Mrs. This, and I can look down at you, can tell me anything. You understand? And this is not the right thing to, because it never lasts, really and truly. It doesn't. So
no,
let's go to the next one. Purchasing whole life insurance. Another strategy to protect your business ownership in a divorce is to purchase whole life insurance. Whole life insurance, and please listen to that, people. Whole life insurance is a type of permanent life insurance that provides coverage for the entirety of the policy's holder's life, as long as the premiums are paid. Unlike term life insurance, which only provides coverage for a set period of time, whole life insurance has a cash value component that builds up over time. If a business owner with a whole life insurance policies go through a divorce, they may be able to use the cash value of the policy to buy out their spouse share of the business. The cash value component of a whole life insurance policy accumulates tax deferred, meaning that you will not pay taxes on the growth of the cash value. Sorry, you will not pay tax on the growth of the cash value until you withdraw it. As the policyholder, you can access the policy's cash value in several ways, including taking out a loan against the policy or surrendering the policy for its cash value. This can help you retain full ownership and control of the business, even in the event of a divorce settlement. Remember that it is important to consult with a financial professional and a trusted attorney before finalizing any decision. So, whole life insurance. Most insurance companies give you term life. They give you you pay insurance for 20 years and another 20 years. After 20 years, you start to renew it and pay again. Whole life. You can do that once you pay your premium, and it accumulates cash. So if just say you and I are in a business, and we are together, and you decide that, okay, I want to divorce Claire. Yeah, we can divorce, but I'm going to buy your business, your portion of the business, because here, the whole life insurance that I took, it generates cash that is maybe enough for me to buy yours. These are things I didn't know until we did the research on that, eh?
okay.
So if you and I are you're in the electricity business or electrical, right?
Yeah.
Electrical, right?
Hmm.
And you and I are married, and I bring in certain amount of money into the thing like spices, you whatever fund, 60,000, 40%, whatever 40,000, whatever I bring in. And I decide that I want a divorce, right? But I want part, I don't want to give up the business, or I want to sell the business or whatever. Yes, I could sell the business, and we could call sale for the business. But that doesn't mean that an outsider can come in and buy the business. I have the first preference, and I can buy, and you can buy me out.
Yeah, by all the person share. Well, I guess as much you probably will have to evaluate the property first or the
Of course,
business.
yes, yes, like anything else.
Yeah, and then you buy all the person share.
Yep.
Yeah, like that can happen.
So we talked about doing a prenuptial agreement before, when you get married, so that you save your assets that you have. And this happened a lot in the movie world, in Hollywood. And so you see two people get married, let's say Jay-Z and Beyonce got married, and they had to sign a prenup, right? Because she has assets, he has assets. None of them will want to give up each other's assets to the one that leaves before, whatever. And I think, I'm not sure, and don't quote me, but I think in that relation, that marriage, the longer she stays in that marriage with Jay-Z or who, whenever she divorces him, she gets more money the longer she stays into the marriage. So if she went into the marriage for a year and she had to get 2 million, she may get one. If she had stayed for the 2 years, she may get more. So a lot of people do prenups like that. That is to protect themselves from have to give up everything.
Claire, we have a call coming
Go
again.
right ahead. Mhm.
Good morning and welcome back. Hello?
So,
Good morning and welcome back.
yes, my apologies, but I think it is important for this point here. I think Claire said that point was raised by Mr. Pierce, if I heard correctly, about respect and love.
Yeah.
And man, speaking from a man perspective, I would like to share something with the listeners, females especially. A man more will appreciate more, a woman more that respect him. He will do a lot more for that woman than for a woman that loves him. If you guys understand my point,
We get you
right?
loud and clear.
And that's a that is a true thing. A man will do a lot more for a woman that respect him, you know, in comparison to a woman that says she loves. Because people love you and love you genuinely, and they don't respect you. And when you don't respect a person, be it a man or a woman, let's be fair here. Because there's a lot of men relationship or marriage with women, and they claim they love that woman, but they don't respect them. They answer them any old how in public, they talk to them any old how, and vice versa. When a woman talks to a man with a lack of respect, it hurts him more. In some, I hear a man say that hurts him more. If that she go out and cheat on him, he can recover from that. But when a person shows up that other person a level of disrespect, it cuts it cuts worse like a knife, as old people would say. That's my point on that one. Right.
Wow, that one. That is true, because we always hearing that, Jester. We are always hearing that. And no matter, and men are saying, no matter what amount of love you say you love them, do not disrespect them, especially in public, because it doesn't sit well.
But I think love goes together with respect. Respect goes together with love.
Well, yes, I
I
think
find
so
it's hard
too.
to really separate the two. I mean,
But if you love me, you will respect me, yeah?
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I believe love is the foundation there. If you love somebody, you're gonna respect them.
Hmm.
Um, to me,
That you and I and everybody and a lot of other people seeing it. But you see, I think he's covering. Let me tell you something. if you want to lambaste me after that, lambaste me. There are a lot of men out there that do not show their wife or their girlfriend or their significant other anything when it comes to love or respect, right? They do not display any of that stuff. But when they are in public or in a crowd, they all of a sudden you are the best thing since sliced bread that happened to them, and you in yourself know that you do not get that sort of treatment while you in there, while you're inside the house or around them where nobody else that matters. Ah, so when you come and you want to play nice to me in public and say, maybe you say something and that just freaked me out and I just say, and I walk out, or I just said, just leave me alone or get lost or something. That does not mean in the sense that from the beginning I did not respect you. It's the treatment that you get from a person that causes you to disrespect them, I think. But if you love someone, whether it's male or female, I think you will show respect to that person because you love them. I think love and respect is on the same level playing field.
I want to believe so, or if not, it cannot be too far away from each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the way I'm seeing it. I mean, I love you that much that I wouldn't disrespect you.
Exactly.
I'm saying,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, I believe that too.
Because just I'm sure you hear about men as well as women that they treat the people them like crap. But
Yeah.
when they go out somewhere and they meet a few friends of theirs and they want to, and especially the person, the woman that they have or the wife might be looking really nice and they say, oh, you have a beautiful wife and I'm happy to see you guys doing this together. But not knowing that the wife or the husband is not enjoying that relationship as it should be. And then you've been a hypocrite by going out and making people believe that everything is all okay with you and I. And I think that's when it comes to where the disrespect shows itself up, not willfully, but based on where the atmosphere is.
Because
And I'm done.
my question to people like Spice Rum and Mr. Pierre is how how do you respect and not love? How is that happening? If they
Because
could bring practice from me to the, it would very. How do you respect and not love?
when you meet
I don't know what I
when
respect.
when I meet you, just I meet you, I didn't fall in respect.
So I don't
You
think
understand? I didn't fall in
somehow.
respect, and you didn't fall in respect. They say we fall in love or lust. You didn't fall in respect. Respect is something that's built or earned when you're into that relationship with each other.
Yeah.
Because the funny thing is, I don't know if you're a disrespectful person when I meet you, because you come to me with you're a clean plate, like you come to me as if all is well. You're the best person since sliced bread. And it's when we get together and I get to really know you, I realize that you're a disrespectful person. So I cannot respect you if you're disrespectful to me. But the funny thing, we fall in love or whatever it is, we fall in not respect. We do not fall in respect. Respect is built and earned.
Because the thing is, I having a difficulty of understanding that. You're respecting me, but you're not loving me. How possible that really is? You're respecting me, but I respect him, man. I don't know. Because to me, if you don't love me, that is a form of disrespect. Because the certain things that you will do, love is actually certain things that you display while in the relationship.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
That's how I'm seeing
Mm-hmm.
it. So you're respecting me, but you're not loving me.
So what are you trying to tell me? If something happens to you, I'm looking after you because I respect you?
You
Or
understand?
if something happened to me, are you
Yeah,
going to look after me because you respect me, or is it
yeah,
because you love me?
exactly. So what it is, I believe it will be love.
Everybody sees things
It will,
differently.
it will, it will be love to me. In my opinion, it will be love because okay, you get sick and I respected you, but I don't have to do that anymore because well, I don't love you, so I
Okay.
don't. But I respect you. I don't disrespect you. I don't do certain things. No.
So just let's take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll continue.
All right.
Contact WeNoiseTV at 929-445-4463. Or you can email us at WeNoiseTV at gmail.com.
WeNoise TV, the leading streaming provider. Anytime, anywhere, any screen. Access to your favorite HD contents with prices as low as ever. Choose from monthly, quarterly, or yearly payments. This worldwide service is flexible for you to keep up with all your favorite programs, shows, movies, and local programming from home no matter where you travel to. Worldwide TV channels right at your fingertips wherever you are. Latest in live sports, binge watch all your favorite TV shows, movies on demand, videos on demand. You can pause, rewind, fast forward anytime. Never miss 1 minute in entertainment important to you. No contracts, no added prices for sports or premium packages. We certainly don't have to pull tricks like cable and satellite companies. Our product speaks for itself and beyond. WeNoise TV. We have everything like Netflix, Disney, Amazon. Watch your favorite movies, TV shows, and series with our services. With our service, you will get rid of all other subscriptions. For more information, contact WeNoise TV at 929-445-4463, or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com.
Are you looking for that one local supermarket where you can purchase all your grocery and household items at the same time? Well, look no further. Smart Buy SA Belfon and Company Limited, located at the top of the town on Main Street, St. Patrick, is the ideal spot. They're open Sunday to Sunday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturdays, and 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Sundays, just for your convenience. Call them today on 442-9219. That number again, 442-9219. We're shopping snacks at Smart Buy.
At Sugar's Repair Services, we offer digitally calibrated machines, resurfacing engine heads, general machinery. Show us your pattern and we'll make it with precision machines. At Sugar's Repair Services, we satisfy your needs. Just ask and it will be done. Call us at 473-418-1845. Sugar's Repair Services.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Got some things I need to say. Feeling heavy, you're not alone. Come take 5, you're in the zone. Voices come, hearts that care.
Welcome back, listeners and viewers,
There, let the sunlight in.
to this unique program indeed entitled
Fine.
Take 5
I'll take 5.
for this good looking Tuesday.
Talking truth and
Just a reminder, it's Tuesday, the 14th, already in July 2026.
We're holding
Quickly slipping away from us.
you. Take a breath, take your time.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
Here to realign your mind. Take
It's time for me to go back and link up with the petite lady as she
There
told
you
her
go.
stuff. We
Yes,
are back. We are back.
yes, we are.
And this morning we are discussing.
How to protect your business from a spouse that want to
Yes.
take it over, what want to take your business over. So how to protect yourself from that. And we
Yes.
start off by saying, can I protect my assets without prenup? So as prenuptial says, you need to know, even if you do not sign a prenuptial agreement, you can still protect your assets and plan for the future. Provincial laws may divide property based on fairness, but that may not reflect your wishes. Strategies like keeping property separate, creating a postnup, using trust, and documenting gifts can help. Legal and financial guidance plus tools from jointly make it easier to navigate marriage without a prenup. So even though you did not sign a prenup earlier on in the relationship, you can do a postnup. That is one after the marriage. You can actually do that to protect yourself. So there is prenup before you're married and postnup after the marriage. When you see things are going the other way that you're not feeling comfortable with, you do a postnup. So you can still protect your assets that way. It says when people think about protecting their finance in marriage, prenuptial agreements or prenups usually come to mind. But what if you didn't sign a prenup? Are you left vulnerable? The good news is that you still have some options, even if you got married without a prenup. At Jointly, we believe in empowering couples with practical tools and knowledge to help plan for the future. And here is what you need to know before you're married. So, what does a prenup do? A prenup is a legal agreement signed before marriage that outlines how property, debts, and other financial matters will be managed during your marriage. And if it ends, it can help you protect personal or business assets, clarify responsibility for debts, and simplify property divisions in divorce. Without one, provincial laws determine how your assets are divided. The provincial system have been designed to try to implement what would be the most fair to most people. But those laws may not align with your wishes or the circumstances of your relationship. The same thing you were talking about earlier, Jester, that when a marriage end, we get the majority of what it is. You see, it talks about fairness here. They try to deal with it in a fair manner. Fairness. So they wouldn't just up and say, okay, I'm giving Claire the house, the car, and everything inside the house and not give Jester anything. They look at the circumstances in how the marriage worked, how it ended, and then they make the decisions. So there is fairness in when the judge makes his decision.
Not yet.
Unless the job's what?
Maybe where that thing been done. Maybe yes. Not yet.
What you mean not here? The law
Nothing
is the
great.
law. The
Nothing
laws
great
the
yet.
laws are international, I think.
Oh please.
So
Girl, what?
no. What you would that's a strong point you're making there, and I want to know exactly what you're talking about. So you're telling me, Jester, if I marry to you and we end up in a divorce and we have stuff, that I would still end up with all of it and you get nothing?
I'm again little or nothing.
At least you get little.
It happen not it happens all the time.
At least you get little.
Well,
Maybe you got in little and you get back what you bring.
I know people are people are the majority. I
Just
want to get back.
everything that sometimes the things that we think we know about relationship is not, because people could go out there and speak and say, I that business is mine, right? And it's not theirs at all. They are just a working person inside there. But because the owners decide to stay in the background and do things in that way because they do not want to come up front so anybody know the business is dead. So the business face is me. You understand? So I could go say to everybody that I own, let's say I own Petit Tans. I could go tell everybody that, and Philip is the owner, but Philip is in the background, and Philip is pushing me to get things done at his establishment. But people that do not know that because they see me doing everything, they would believe that I own it until say we go in a divorce and I end up with nothing because I had nothing. You understand?
I
A
believe
lot
it's
of
some,
things work like that.
there are different situations.
No, we're talking about when you own something and that's it because a lot of people do not own anything and they give people the impression that they own stuff. So when things happen and they end up with nothing, they still go on the road and say, "Oh, I gave her everything. I gave him everything and I end up with nothing." But you came with nothing. You had nothing. So you live with nothing. You cannot give what you don't have. As simple as that.
My case was the person had investment in the relationship. You know, that was my situation from the very beginning, and I understand what you just said. If they came with nothing, it's all well and good. Fair enough, they get nothing. I
So
understand in that,
so you're saying
but
they had investment into the business
yes,
and they left
yes,
with nothing.
they had
Okay,
investment to the
let
whole
me
thing.
ask you this. Let me ask you. What if, and I don't know, what if that person borrowed heavily against the investment that he made and lost mostly all of it? And then comes the divorce. Would he get, do he still expect to get half of the business? Because whatever you bring in, whatever you invested in when you bring, you borrowed heavily against that investment. You take out money, you do all kind of thing, and you end up with almost nothing in it. And you expect to get something from it when you did not hold up to your end of the bargain. I want somebody to call me and explain that to me.
Well,
If
yeah,
no no
in,
no, if
if that
if
is
if
well,
that is the situation.
that's what I'm saying. If that is the situation, then the both parties would suffer the loss, you know, because
Not
the
if I
law.
protect. Not if I protect mine.
Alright.
Not if I protect mine.
So you see how unfair that could
It
be.
is not
I
unfair.
I I went forward and I took the risk of getting a loan, right, so that the
Mm-hmm.
business could have thrived.
Right.
You are benefiting from it then.
Right. Two
Now
of us.
that
Both
it's
of
end up
us.
with difficulty, you will just take what you're on and you just see how you could make it out to take care of
Okay.
everything.
What if?
Come on, man, you don't have a
Hold on.
conscience.
Hold on. What if against my advice you
Yeah,
went and
yeah.
do that?
Yes, you try and come with something different. Ah,
What if against
I
my
like
advice you
it.
went and you invest? Although I said, this is a risky thing. Don't do that. Let's concentrate on what we have. You go and you lose all. So how come I have to be the one?
Claire, you see
Eh?
you? You're no good girl. I combat quite nicely what I did. You will look with twisted around now again. Okay. You advise me not to do it. Okay, fine. You
Yeah,
had
advise
advice.
you not to do it.
I'm
And
going
that
to do it.
and that happens to a lot of people in relationship. The
Oh,
wife,
God.
the wife knows how to save $1. You know how to spend too. You said to me, "Hun, there's this big thing coming up, and if we go into this investment, we can make a lot of money." And I said to you, I said, "Jester, I think this is risky. You shouldn't do that. Let's go with what we have." Behind my back, you go and you invest against what you bring in. You 60,000 or whatever you bring, you invest against, and you lose 59,000 out of that 60, and you only have 1,000 left. So tell me, how am I to be blamed for that? How is fair? That is fair for me to lose what I kept and you lose what you had. Because just let me tell you something. I've learned in life, people don't always tell you the truth as to what it is. Everybody strive to make themselves look better than what it is. A lot of us do not know how to tell the truth about things. It could be a thing about ego that you don't want anybody to lose whatever it is or you think. But unless you don't tell the truth, don't go out there and make people believe that you come into the marriage with all that and you're left with nothing. Tell the damn truth. You squander your money, you invest your thing, and you lose all. And then because I am the one that's sensitive and decide to hold on to what I have now, I am the bad one. I'm not fair. I have a conscience. The conscience is you lose yours. Deal with it.
Listeners and viewers, the digits to hit 404-1189. We will be more than willing to accommodate your call so you could be part of the conversation. All right.
Good
Once
morning to
again,
you, Mackenzie.
the numbers 404-1189. Please
And
pull out
remember to
your
share, like, and subscribe to our channel here because we deal with heavy, heavy stuff. Jester didn't know that he could have taken investing money and lose it and expect me to give him half of mine when he lose all the money.
Well, you
It's
should not be
fine.
benefiting from it when I was taking the risk. You should not have accept for even stay out. Because me are taking the risk. You
Well,
shouldn't be.
yes, but I warned you, and I said, don't. Which part of DONT you didn't get? Don't. Let's go the way we're going. But you see, I'll
But
tell you something, Jester.
why you don't say, well, oh, you see that I advise him not to go and take that risk?
Well, I said that.
Well, he still went and he take it.
Yes, so you lose.
I'm not taking part. I don't want to be part of that.
Well, no, I'm not part of it. That's why I hold in my own, and you don't have. And that's why when you end up on the street, you don't have anything still because you did not take my advice.
But,
Because you
but
see, Jester,
while I took risks, you are benefiting though. You wanted to be benefiting.
both of us were benefiting because both of us had money in it.
Yeah,
But you
but
decide that you want to go and make more money, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you are making money for both of us.
anyhow,
You want to live a higher life.
you speak your conscience there. You the people out there. You'll be judged by the people
Well,
out there.
yes, that's all right. And there are a lot of people out there that let somebody call me and tell me they're not thinking of me. Only spice I'm going to call and say not thinking the same thing as I do. But
Okay.
a lot of us lose ourselves just when we see money that could be made or we think it could be made. Let's take, for example, Wagiti has bingo ever so often, right? A lot of people invest in the bingo. They buy the ticket for $100 and so. It might be the last $100 that you have to feed your family. But you say, what? Let me take the chance. I might win that $50,000 that Wagiti. I said, Jester, you go take your $100 and go and play bingo, and you don't sure if you get anything. Clement, you got to take a chance. I said, Jester, me, I'm not working so hard for my money and just go and throw it out. You go, you pay your $100, say your ticket, you come back with zero, not zoom, nothing. And then I said, Jester, oh, what are you doing, girl? Nothing, no? I ain't doing nothing. I said, didn't I tell you that? I said, you must invest in things that you could get something from, not something that you're not sure you're going to get anything from. So here's the same reason. I advise you not to go and spend the $100 to go to the bingo. You did. You end up with nothing. And that is the thing about a lot of people in investment, a lot of things that they do. They know that maybe they cannot be able to stand the loss. But the thing in them, I think I'm going to win, and I go think, and you go and you win, and you win nothing, and then you want to come back and fall on me, and I have to take the brunt of whatever it is. Heck no.
All right. So let me put it the other way now.
If you
So
win, your money is yours.
on our next occasion, I went
Uh-huh.
and I win the car.
You
So
drive in your car? I already have mine.
would you ride in it?
Once I have JJ, I don't ride in your car. You know you can't time up with this kind of thing, and then you know that. So don't try.
You ride in the car, not ride in it.
That's okay.
But not ride
I'm
in it.
happy for you. But would the car pay for your bills at the end of the month when the bank calling you and say you didn't pay your mortgage? You have to sell that same car to pay for your thing. And then because I am not going to be the one that falls short on my thing when you willingly.
Regardless of how you see it, I would have been in a better position by winning. So that consider
I'm
that.
not saying no, but when you lose, don't blame me. Let's go.
Let's go.
So
Let's go.
let's go. Alternative to prenup. Strategies to protect your assets. Keep properties separate. You see that, Jester? Keep your property separate. If you want to protect yourself from losing everything, you keep it separate. One of the simplest strategies to keep your previous property assets you owned before marriage separate from your family or marital property. Avoid mixing personal and shared funds. If you separate without a prenup, you'll have to prove which assets you brought into the relationship. This is significantly easier to do if you kept these assets separated all along. So if you are in a business just and you do not want to get it mixed up with mine just in case thing happens, you do that. You put it separately. So then I have no claim to your fame on that one because it's all yours. I didn't know anything about it, and I would not know anything about it because you protected it before we came into the marriage or the relationship or whatever. Consider a post-nuptial agreement. A post-nup is like a prenup, but it is signed after you're already married. If your financial situation changes or you realize you want a formal plan in place, a post-nup can help. It covers the same subject matter and serves the same purpose. So if you got married without an agreement, it is not too late. You can build a post-nup, right? It talks about maintaining separate bank accounts. I love this one, and I'll tell you why. While shared accounts make managing household finances easier, maintaining separate accounts for personal assets can make a division simpler if separation occurs. One way to accomplish this is by using a joint account that is only used for shared expenses and keeping your other accounts separate. Keep in mind that just because it is in a separate account doesn't mean you don't have to share it if you acquired it during the marriage. It likely qualify as family property unless you have an agreement in place that says otherwise, right? So even though I have it separate, it may protect me up to a point, but not 100%, because if it's done during the marital bliss, it can still be touched. Avoid joint ownership of previous property. Think carefully before adding your spouse name to the title of your property or bank accounts that you had before the relationship. Joint ownership can automatically transform separate assets into family property. And I cannot stress this enough. And I'm going to say it over and over again. Anytime you are in a relationship or it's just a regular friendship and you take my name or just to take his name and put on my account jointly. My money is his money is my money. Whether he put a cent in it or he put a dollar or I do the same, it is our money. And that's where just a lot of us get into, how did my grandparents and them they say, cow belly crossway.
Yeah.
Because you think that you have money in the bank, and when you go, you have with the amount that you know you had when you go, it is diminished to about $5, and you're asking,
But
well, how did I put all this amount of money in my, because you gave me permission into your account.
Greg, the last time I was in a conversation and I was saying I believe the bank should come into play so as to protect the other person involved in this account. So, in other words, you realize that the person come in and just take out a certain amount of money. I believe the bank should have a responsibility to alert the other person and say, hey, this is what is happening at this stage. Are you aware of that? No, I'm dead serious about that because
Okay.
a lot of people suffer in that way. I don't
So
think
let
it's right. I don't think
also
it's right at all.
so let me expound on this. When you went to the bank, you sit in front of the teller and you said, I want to add Jester to my account. I want to make it a joint account. They give you all the paperwork in front there. You sit there in your sane and coherent mind and sign that. Yes, this is what I want. Everybody should know that when you go into a joint account, your money is my money is your money, right? Unless it's fraudulent gesture. If your name is not on my account and my name is not on your account, and you lose your card, or I lost my card, and say, who can who name I could use? Somebody that we know and know us. Go to the bank, to the machine, and try to take money out of our account. Then the bank normally alerts you and says, someone tried to take money from your account. Or if it happens to me that I leave Canada and come home to Grenada, without informing the bank that I am going to Grenada, right? And I use my credit card in Grenada, and it's more than what I normally spend here, I will get an alert on my phone saying that this amount of money just left your account. If it's not you, call us immediately. But just once you sit in the bank and you put me on your account as joint, the bank won't allot you for anything because you have the right to go to my account and take any amount of money, as well as I have the right to go to the account and take any amount of money, because it is a legal something. You signed your name on the form from the bank. I signed mine. So the bank would not allot you on that because your money is my money is your money.
No, I think they should have, because they all understand in life what the certain things that what happens at times. Yeah, and if they realize the person just coming day after day and just taking out a big chunk of money from their account, no,
Your money is
but
my
that's what.
money. My
No, no,
money is your money.
I believe the bank have a right. There is a policy to me that the bank should develop.
Maybe you should make a
If they
suggestion when you
don't
go to
have
the
it,
bank.
if they don't have it yet as a policy. But while we are in the discussion, somebody was telling me that he had a situation like that happened with um a couple, and the bank did call the other person. Bank, the woman went and started taking out whole heaping chunk of money, that periodically, and the man was allotted, and that is how he come and save the, because he wasn't aware. Like at that time, the sourness crept into the relationship.
So here is that. Mind you, there are people in the banks that knows people in the bank, that knows people out there, and know to themselves, it's you, Jester, that had the how much thousand, the hundreds of $1,000s in the bank before you put my name on it, yeah?
Yeah,
So, in certain situation, if they realize that you just put my name on your account about a couple months ago, and all of a sudden I come into the bank and start taking tens of thousands of dollars, chances are they will allot you because the money was there before on your account, on your name, with that amount of money before I came into the picture. So it's like they see the red flag and say, well, no, she's taking out all this amount of money in the account. Maybe I should let Mr. ask Mr. Noel if he is aware of what's going on. And it's not a policy in the bank, but someone in the bank that knows who you are and the amount of money you had that they may allot you. Just like that. But as I said, if it's joint, your money is my money and my money is your money. So we're coming to that. Don't jeopardize the future of your business. We're coming to the end. If you are a business owner, it is important to take steps to ensure that your enterprise can survive any hardship in your relationship, including divorce. So, with all that we have spoken about earlier today, all the parts of it, we have to be aware that we can take steps to minimize the damage that could be done to us if we do not protect our business from a spouse or anybody that wants to take it over. And we have come to the end of our program today. Thank you all for checking in and for making comments based on the subject matter that we had. And we wish you all a great day. And we'd like to say thank you for your continued support in helping us to bring Take Five every Tuesday at 10 to noon. God bless you all. Love you and respect you all.
thank you so very much once again, listeners and viewers, religiously to the Tick 5 program every Tuesday. I can say it's quite a big thing for us, knowing that you're sacrificing your mid morning to be part of the program. And we do deeply appreciate that as we look forward to bring you another topic of interest next to Tuesday, God's will. Until then, my name is Jester Noel,
And
bidding
I
you
am CJ.
good what is left of Tuesday and the rest of the week. So long, I'm out of here, folks. Claire,
Bye bye. Later.
you want your song?
Of course, I want my song.
I know you want your song, girl.
Yes.
It's a brand new day. Got some things I need to say. Feeling heavy, you're not alone. Come take five, you're in the zone. Voices calm, hearts that care. Two good friends always there. Let the sunlight in your mind. Peace and hope you're sure to find. I'll take five with CJ and Jester. Talking truth and lifting pressure. Every Tuesday, 10 to noon, we're holding space just for you. Take a breath, take your time. We're here to
Realign your
realign.
mind.
Take
Five, you're not alone.
CJ
CJ
and
and
Jester,
Jester bring you home.
it's okay to not
Not to
be
be
okay.
okay.
Let's talk
You
it
can
out,
be a
don't drift away. Mental health it matters most, so come in close and raise a
You know,
toast
Richard, man, you
to the
delayed.
ones who fight each day.
Yeah, I know.
Words they never say. You're strong, you're seen, you're truly hurt. You got you
But he said stop singing. To stop. It's CJ and Jester.
Now she want me sing self.
Miss Peace Pressure. Every Tuesday, 10 to noon, we hold in space just for you.
take a
Take a
breath,
breath,
take
take
your
your
time.
time.
We're
You
here to
need to realign your mind.
take five.
Fine, you're not alone. Come on, Jester. CJ and Jester bring you home.
We laugh, we cry, we share the ride. No judgment here, just love and
We
light.
laugh, we
You've
cry, we
got a
share the
place
joy.
right here to stay. So
We
take
laugh, we
five,
cry, we
Here
share the joy.
today. So
take five.
with
CJ
CJ
and
and
Jester,
Jester,
talking truth and lifting
lifting
pressure.
pressure.
Every
Every
Tuesday,
Tuesday, 10 to noon. Bye, everyone. Take care.
just
Just
for
for
you.
you.
Take a breath, take your